Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. And as you can see, we are Halloween ready. Winston, how are you doing on this great Halloween morning?
Yeah, I'm all right, Craig. Yeah, very well.
Are you ready for the trick-or-treaters and have your costume all picked out for tonight?
I'll go shopping a bit later on, pop into Lidl and stack up
find
on
a little
or nice things.
Yeah, we need some nice candies. Well, it's been a pretty crazy month here in October. Starting off with Expo Real, which was a week. Then we had a pretty hard couple of weeks, a pretty hard 3 weeks. One an exciting week, starting with our starting with Expo Real, and then straight after that, preparing for CRE Awards in Budapest. And which was a great event this year. Really, a lot of the top names out there. Great to see a lot of the winners. Some of the usual names and some surprises. And then last week, as always, the last week of October, we had our CEE Investment Awards. Once again, sold out. Very nice to see. And, it's, I don't know how you feel, Winston, but it's kind of like a nice few days, almost feels like a few days off in a way. I guess it was the weekend, yeah.
Maybe for you, Craig.
Well,
it's still on to the next project
on to the next thing. But
but
not too many more big events this year we have to deal with.
Well, we've got the retail guide coming up, building up for MAPIC.
Retail guide.
That won't write itself.
Exactly. It doesn't write itself. No, it doesn't. But don't you have all your journalists working hard and getting it all
We've got
written?
one in Hungary working pretty hard.
That's good. That's good. So we have a lot going on there, and the retail guide, and also for MAPIC, which is always probably the most distributed magazine at MAPIC, and we've been the international media partners there for, over 20 years now. Also, big sections in the magazine for the CRE Awards and for the Investment Awards, so you'll see who the winners are of those events if you haven't seen before, who the sponsors are. Great locations to advertise if you were part of the event or sponsoring the event or winning the awards, or in any of the categories of office, warehouse, retail. Great location. We've got big sections in there that are great places to put ads. Also, of course, in the retail guide itself, covering Central Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe for retail. So any retailers looking to expand, any property owners or developers looking for new retailers for their locations, this is a great opportunity to meet these guys and to advertise your offers there, your opportunities there. Of course, the retail guide goes out at MIPIM and also goes out at our Retail Awards, which is the biggest, probably the only event in Central Eastern Europe where you really get the international retailers, regional retailers, and local retailers looking for new locations in Central Eastern Europe. Most of them are looking to go abroad. So, again, if you have locations where you're looking for new retailers, looking for something extra to get clients to come to your locations, Retail Guide is the place to advertise. And, of course, it's also distributed on February 8th at our CEE Retail Awards here in Warsaw at the InterContinental Hotel. We always have over 150 retailers. This time we have another big section of Turkish retailers coming. We've got over 10 already confirmed coming to the awards. So a lot of new retailers, they're Turkish-based, but really international brands looking to enter into the region or expand in the region, even Southeastern Europe. So interesting things there. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but Winston, why don't we jump over to you and tell us the headlines for this great Halloween morning?
Okay, so the headlines for today include Student Depot has opened a new student dormitory in Warsaw, Poland. Future Real has acquired the Lipovi office park in Warsaw. Mitiska REIM has opened a new retail park in Biała Podlaska, also in Poland. And LCP Properties is to install 80 car charging stations in its M parks throughout Poland.
Wow, 80 car park stations. That's a lot. So good. So a lot happening on the news today. Also, so the Student Depot, didn't they win an award at our event?
not Student Depot,
Not student.
but
One of the
one of the
student
student
something.
Eco Investment one
Oh,
won
right,
for
right.
won the open in Krakow.
That's right.
Yeah,
The opening Krakow. That's
something
right.
Shed, I think it was called.
Yeah, exactly. Very good project as well. So a lot of news there. So we'll take a little break and we'll come right back with the news. And Winston Norman, let us know what's happening on the news. So welcome back again on this great holiday, or Halloween morning. We're here again at the Panettoni Cafe, which of course started off the day with some great breakfasts here, and of course nice coffee, some nice pumpkins as well for our Halloween, let's say, treats and the Halloween vibe of the party or of the event today. So, Winston, let us know. Sound like some interesting headlines. Let us know what's going on in the news, and let's see if there's some what interesting comments we can make on it.
Okay, Craig. So yeah, Student Depot has opened a new student residence in Warsaw, and they're offering 550 rooms. And it's constructed on a turnkey basis by Kazima Poland, and Kazima acted as the general contractor, and they delivered the project within a 20-month timeline. And according to Maciej Runkiewicz, he's the Kazima Poland CEO. Student Depot represents another noteworthy addition to our expanding portfolio of residential projects. We also successfully delivered commercial and office buildings in key cities, including Warsaw and Wrocław. And adding on to that, Peter Stronka, which is CDO of Student Depot. Student Depot has experienced rapid growth, and we are currently in the midst of designing new facilities and embarking on new developments across Poland. So yeah, this is a hugely growing sector in Poland, especially because just recently we've witnessed quite a few new openings.
Yeah, and the Student Depot. The reason I was thinking about that is because Sandra Wróbelska told me on the day of our event, or then maybe the day before during the jury dinner, they had just opened this
Yeah,
Student Depot.
it's
So
opened a couple of days ago. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
last week.
opened at our event or the day before. So she was telling me about it, and they won a couple of. I mean, Kajima won for construction company, and then Kajima Properties won for their investment deals. Yeah,
That's
they
right.
they
Yeah,
run a few events awards.
and Solida Capital won for the future student residence which they're building in Warsaw. So it's definitely an
Yeah,
up and coming sector which is attracting an awful lot of business.
and that project is amazing. I want to move into that one.
The Solida one
Yeah, yeah. Great
looks,
location, and
yeah, great. So in
looked
the
like a lot of
description,
fun.
it's in the park between the river and the old town or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Right next to the
great
new town.
location.
Yeah, great location. Well, it's student housing, very exciting. We had quite a few awards for PBSA and PRS, and great discussion panel on that. So I think every year we see that being bigger and bigger, and I'm pretty sure in our event in Sopot for the Baltic Awards, I remember this year we talked a lot about PRS with A1, and I'm sure we'll be covering more and more of that as well.
Yeah, because they I think they recently started development or opened development in Krakow as well.
Yeah, they're managing it, I think.
Right,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
managing it with them. Probably put in some money as well.
Yeah, it's definitely something you can build a lot of potential business around because
Hmm.
it's a big topic at the moment. Staying in Warsaw, and Future Real has acquired the Lipovi Office Park complex, and this is with its strategy to reposition the development of older buildings.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they're adding some value add and modernising the building. And Linklaters advised the seller on this transaction. And according to Future Real, this underscores their kind of strategy throughout the region, which is office impact strategy, which is a commitment to retrofitting older office properties to align them with the contemporary ESG market standards. And yeah, just going back to our conference last week on ESG, it's it's the old stock where a lot of opportunities are rising because all the new ones have they're pretty up to date on ESG
Yeah, yeah,
standards, and
exactly.
the older ones, there's a lot of work to be done there, and potentially a lot of good business to be made, I guess.
Yeah, it's amazing how many. I mean, there's a pretty good number of Hungarian-based companies, big companies like Futo Real, like Wing, that have really kind of come into Poland and just
Yeah,
found
yeah.
found more opportunities here. Yeah.
Yeah, they've kind of filling the void left by the more international
Hmm.
institutions, which are just applying a wait and see approach at the moment.
Yeah, taking a little break. Yeah, yeah. Well, good, Bob. These local guys are moving fast.
Yeah, yeah. Domestic retailers
Hmm.
are, they account for quite a substantial part of the volume which has
Exactly.
been
Yeah. Well,
transacted this year.
good. We've got the regional investors.
Very good.
Hmm.
Moving back into the retail sector, and Mitiska REIM has announced the expansion of its joint venture partnership with Karuzela Holding. They've opened a new food-anchored retail park in the Polish city of Biała Podlaska. Uh, the new development is 100% let, and the leading tenants include Lidl Reserved, Action, Kick Teddy, Media Expert, Deals, Pepco, New Yorker, and Sinsay. And in terms of sustainability, the new park is designed to achieve a very good score on the BREEAM scale. And according to Grzegorz Pilkarski, a member of the board of Carousela Holding, for this new retail development, we saw an opportunity to acquire an urban infill location, develop a modern, sustainable, and convenient retail destination for the city. Yeah, so retail parks, again, a lot of those developments are ongoing.
Yeah, I can imagine we're going to have a lot of nominations for retail parks at the retail
What is your
awards.
definition of a lot?
I don't know, 20
I'm not sure we've ever had 20, but no, there's a
for
lot.
the whole reason. Could region could be 20, couldn't it?
Yeah, could be 20. Yeah,
Tree says they're building. I don't know,
aim
at least.
high,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
aim
aim
high.
high and.
Yeah, I mean it is the kind of new development retail angle now.
Hmm.
They're not delivering huge retail properties in Poland for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
And it's interesting what they say about they've like an interesting site inside the city where they can put one of these centers, and it's 100% leased. It's guaranteed good business, I think.
Yeah, and Biała Podlaska, great place. It's the capital of the region out there.
Yeah, I've
So,
never been there. It's,
well, welcome. You can come with me sometime. Very
yeah,
nice. Yeah, yeah. You'd like it.
really well traveled, Craig.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Call me Mr. World.
Yeah, Mr. World.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and staying in Poland, LCP Properties, and also in the retail park
Hmm.
sector, they have completed the first phase of their ESG strategy, which is aimed at making electric car charging stations more widely available on its properties. And they've signed an agreement with Pure City for a total of 80 charging stations to be installed directly at M Parks. And they're pushing
Mm-hmm.
this M Park brand throughout
Brand.
Poland,
Hmm.
this M Park
Hmm.
retail parks. And according to Magdalena Kowalewska, she's the COO of LCP Properties in Poland, electric charge is a very important topic for us, and another step in the broad spectrum of pro-environmental initiatives we are implementing at our properties. And yeah, so ESG, massive subject today, and it's how it can impact retail. Well, there we go. You've got
Right.
electric car stations at the stations at the retail centres, which is going to encourage people to use these retail facilities.
Yeah, and with Magdalena joining the LCP group, and I think now even said got a press release she's on the board. So I think a lot is going to change at LCP in the sense of the promotion of what they're doing. They were always doing a lot, but now I think it's just gonna you know double or triple in size. And Magdalena is great operator and great at marketing as well. So I think we're going to see a lot more of LCP coming up in the
Yeah, and
future.
they've rebranded, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's this M Parks is it's kind of the refreshing older retail
Hmm.
parks,
Hmm.
developing new retail parks, and it's this M Park brand. So people have they like new things.
Well, everything if it's branded, it usually works better. Anything else for the day?
That's all the news for today,
Oh,
Craig.
okay, great, great. So a lot of good things happening, and starting next month, starting on next Coffee with Craig show, we will be in November. So great to see everybody. Remember, we've got MAPIC coming up. We've got the retail guide coming up with big sections on the CRE awards and the investment awards. So great places to advertise. Of course, any retailers, This is a retailers or owners, developers, a great place to put in your ads for MAPIC. There's not a lot of, or if any, owners from Poland coming to MAPIC, but there are a lot of international retailers looking to come into Central and Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe. So if you're not going, definitely put an ad in our magazine so we can make sure that these retailers see who you are. We get it out to over 800 retailers just at MAPIC, and we're always bringing new retailers from MAPIC as well to our CEE Retail Awards on February 8th. So have a good day. Have a safe Halloween, and we will see you in November for the next edition. Have a great, if you're on holidays, most people are on holiday tomorrow as well. And some in Poland, I think it's second or third, also a holiday. So enjoy your holidays, and we will see you next week on the Coffee with Craig show. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.